I hope everything is going well for you. For undocumented construction workers in the Greater Toronto Area, Canada is expanding its immigration program. In this episode, we'll talk about a recent development in Canada's immigration policy, so be sure to pay attention and watch the video all the way to the finish. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and push the notification bell button. Let's discuss the most recent publications to help Canadian businesses solve critical workforce shortages. The Canadian government is still enacting innovative immigration policies, such as creating pathways for non-status employees in cooperation with the Canadian Labour Congress's immigration, refugee, and citizenship programs. Building on the success of this project, Canada developed a permanent residency pilot program for 500 out-of-status workers in the Greater Toronto Area construction industry in 2019. The pilot program will be doubled in size, the Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship, announced today, to include 1,000 non-citizen construction workers in the Greater Toronto Area. Julie Zirovac and Peter Fonseca are members of Parliament for Davenport and Mississauga East Cooksville, respectively. This program provides a path to permanent residency for construction workers and their families, enabling them to stay for an extended term. He acknowledges the essential contribution that construction workers make to the expansion and improvement of our communities. The program encourages more stability in the construction sector and ensures that Canada's primary home development demands are still met by trained employees. It is just one of many new initiatives that have been put in place to address the labor shortages in Canada by ensuring that we attract and keep the people we need to grow the economy and strengthen our communities. Additionally, this program will help more employees leave the shadow economy, which will increase the effectiveness of well-known Canadian programs and services including employment insurance, old age security, and the Canada Child Benefit. When applying for permanent residency, eligible individuals may include their spouses, partners, and dependent children. Applications must be submitted by January 2, 2024. As it looks for novel and inventive ways to legalize the status of illegal workers in Canada, the CLC will continue to accept the names of potential applicants and assess their eligibility before recommending them to the IRCC. The Honourable Sean Fraser, Minister of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship, said that the pilot program is an important step in addressing the chronic labour shortages in the Greater Toronto Area. The Canadian government will take the recommendations from discussions with academics, non-governmental organizations, provinces, and territories into consideration moving forward. We safeguard the families of employees, the labour market in Canada, and our capacity to hire people. By providing regular pathways for undocumented migrants, we can attract the talented workers we need to grow our economy and develop our communities. Second by Peter Fonseca, Member of Parliament for Mississauga East Cooksville. This program highlights the government's commitment to developing innovative ideas to support Canadian workers and grow our economy. In addition to addressing the labor shortage in this crucial industry, the extension and expansion of the initiative to regularize the status of construction workers in the Greater Toronto Area will give workers who have contributed significantly to our economy the chance to find a permanent home in Canada. This strategy improves the lives and communities of people who have fallen out of status. Construction workers without legal status must work and live in constant fear of being found, arrested, and deported. They are also vulnerable to abuse and exploitation at the hands of their employers, and they and their families have limited access to social services for health and education. Undocumented workers make significant contributions to society and the economy and continue to help fill labor shortages. The extension of the GTA project for out-of-status construction workers through 2023 will benefit disadvantaged employees and their families. With the out-of-status construction workers in the GTA project, the CLC is thrilled to help build momentum and work toward a comprehensive regularization program for those without documentation living in Canada. Finally, let us share a few quick facts with you. By 2036, immigrants could account for up to 30% of Canada's population. By 2035, the proportion of employees to pensioners in Canada is expected to fall from 7 to 2 as a result of the country's aging population. Canada awarded almost 645,000 work permits between January and October 2022, more than 4 times the 163,000 given during the same period in 2021. The government promised an additional $50 million in 2022-2023 in the entire economic statement for IRCC to reduce persistent application backlogs for the 36% of doctors, 33% of business owners with workers, and 41% of engineers who are immigrants. expedite the processing of qualified immigrants and allow them to meet critical labor shortages more quickly. 6,452 persons have received permanent residence since the out-of-status construction workers in the GTA trial program started in July 2019. The CLC, a national organization that represents different construction unions, has been a significant partner in the pilot, helping to identify suitable candidates. If a candidate has extensive experience working in the GTA's construction industry, has family members who are already citizens, has a letter of recommendation from the CLC, and has no other grounds for exclusion from entry other than visa or staying and working without authorization, they may be eligible to apply for permanent residence in Canada under the pilot program. The IRCC is investigating more regularization alternatives for migrant families. In order to fill the labor shortfall, Pathways to Permanent Residency will give more people the ability to enter or stay in the workforce.